crick-neck crack of dawn, this stern burgeoning necropolis with snooze button on hold. Rooster in the graveyard, bantam gamecock of the walk, once we stretched our bodies on your dust and hoped you'd cop a feel. Yawning crypts and gray sepulchres, little plates set in the ground, free of carrion columbarium, cairn close to where the blackthorn grows. Dorothy can see Celia's house from here, teeth marks on a piece of chewing gum. That hotshot Bobby Kane used his brain to split a Bedford Road telephone pole. I'm too excited. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Who's there? Jackie Gleason's underwear has left the building for Graceland or Wacko Jacko's Neverland. That Bell's the deadbeat ice cream man, Fred McMurray in a little box. A shaky-bakey song on baritone horn while libations are poured on the polishing stone. My legacy's under holy hood where stony, bony fingers coax a Corman-era Vincent Price with red and white wax candy fangs. A silent shroud for Mr. Graves, an island unto Dan himself, 6 sacred scarabs scuttle from a wise owl dining on a vole. Rooster in the graveyard, puffed up, pleased, and proud as Punch. The worms crawl in to eat some crow, traveling over landscape architects. Rooster in the graveyard, Simon Peter can't deny. Bounce your clarion off that rock-cut tomb. Trump card Lazarus from the tumuli. Take my hand as if I was a child. Shake every rattle that you've got. I'll bring a droll soul parade with me across the bridge from which she can't get back. To Gertrude, poised on her unibike. Her thoughtful copper penny outfit shines. A smile for to tell me it's all right. A swarm of birdsong just before the fall of night.
Ode to masturbation.
The theme here.
Where's the wine?
I promise that's as funny as I get. The title is as far as I can get. Pearl semen trickles from vessel. The silence of possibilities dries on the floor and inside my palm. Even now, as the body trembles from the pleasure of its making, somewhere a plane is pregnant with death. When starlight sparkles on the surface of falling bombs, and flames turn muscle into pampas, skin into ash, the sound of a scream in mid-death, straining to push the weight of last words. Can you blame the hand for craving the softest parts? Reach down. There's music in the body. Play yourself like a lyra. Insert the finger into sanctum. Feel the quivering of crevices. Skin palpitating ripples as if stretched over drum beats. Reach down. Let explosions be muted by climaxes. The holy water between your thighs flow into rivulets of cleansing. Let it rinse the soil of drying blood. Reach down. There is music in the cunt, the cock, the asshole. Grab your balls, that grenade of white flowers. Reach down as fathers destroy the sons and daughters of other fathers. As faces emerge from wombs and exiled into memory. Reach down as 1,000 I love yous fail to reach the man caressing the trigger's black tongue. Because even now, in a city shimmering from the shards of broken halos, we are not holy, only beautiful. Because even now, as I kneel to wipe this cooling pool of sperm. Down the hall, a man is beating madness into a child's skull. And not once will I ask my unborn children to forgive this hand.
9/11 night. 9/11 night, someone named George leaves a message on my cell phone. Did Joe make it home okay? It is a wrong number with a hopeful, polite, cautious question just north of panic. I want to tell George that Joe is safe at home, living his regular life this bad night. I want to tell George that he is not among the missing or the decimated dead this bad night. George's number is part of memory. Every 9/11 night, it is my ritual to almost return the call.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
I've never dedicated this particular poem to anyone before, but I'm going to dedicate it to Vickie Iorio tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Rosh Hashanah.
That's right, it's a New Year's gift. It's called 2,748 Heroes and One Skeezer.
Oh, come on, the skeezer.
2 million in the bank and that son of a bitch up in smoke. One man's tragedy is this woman's dream to the 20th tower. Those towers coming down gave at least one scumbag just what he deserved. Oh, excuse me. Make that at least one hero, please pardon my French. Not one dime for his Lower East Side chippy pushing him to leave me. Sweetheart, I got your divorce right here, right next to the plaques and photos and the little urn of girder ash in what used to be his den. Some nights I put on my old uniform, muted colors, small pearl studs, gold locket on a thin gold chain, and the same blank face I wore for all the years he cheated me, and ferry to the survivor event of the day. I know to keep my mouth shut, pretend to care about their statues. You never know. Another check might be dropping in the mail. Afterward, I ride boat home to my empty, mortgage-free house, to days with no more liar in them, to afternoon bingo and a scotch or two. One night, when I forgot to let the dog out, she peed all over my brand new Italian stone kitchen floor. On a whim, I sucked up some puddle with an eyedropper and squirted it into the urn. Bone dust, burnt girder, poodle piss. My secret, mine.
Perfect man. He lives 3,000 miles away. He's a bipolar sex addict who swears speed relieves his ADD. His girlfriend wears a strap-on, he has 2 failing businesses, a custody battle, and he writes a hell of a lot better than me. He's the perfect man. Last time he visited, he drove like an old geezer, made rights on rights, and got lost every time I left him alone. I'd rescue him, lead him to his hotel, and he'd treat me like a hooker that he doesn't even have to pay. He's perfect. Degradation, dissolution, dissipation, all wrapped up into one large 6'5" out-of-shape package. And I suspect a touch of Asperger's, too. He is the perfect man. He only gets my sense of humor when we're online. At least I think he does, because he writes LOL. And I answer with ha ha ha, because I refuse to write LOL and to call him by any of his 4 first names. My perfect man is a bigger slut than I am. We toss fuck stories at each other like shuttlecocks. The dwarf on the Greyhound bus, a jazz trio, a random almond brother. Oh wait, those are mine. His usually involve first cousins, teachers, sisters, and their aunts. His 4 drag queen strutting my 3 jacks. He likes to have phone sex, but he never says anything interesting. Once, I forgot to move my car and got a parking ticket because it took so long to come. Hey, he said, don't blame me. Oh, he's my perfect man. We fight about nothing but syntax and lyrics. We only watch porn and we bring our own toys. We hate each other more than we hate ourselves and less than we hate everybody else. He's perfect. He knows the difference between lay and lie, but I beat him at spelling. I'm always glad to see him and never miss him when he's gone. Once we had a feeling. It only lasted a minute, but I got 14 poems out of it. He's perfect.
My dearest mother, I'm going to kill you. I mean, I have to. You eat Prozac instead of lasagna, drown handfuls of happy with wine when faced with your children. You were never like this before. I was lucky to learn drunk on my own before I ever saw you tipsy. You taught me never to ask questions I don't want to know the answer to, but you won't ask me the question you already know the answer to. So, I have to tell you. And this shit, it's going to kill you. No longer daddy's little girl, I have grown into a teenage boy. Mother, please forgive me this rage of genitals. My breasts contain more hate than they ever will milk. They will never nourish your grandchild. Mother, you think me ignorant, ungrateful. Call me sinner. Never to my face. You refuse to ask if I believe in God, would not trust the vagueness of my answer, as unwilling to discount the possibility as I am unsure why any higher power would damn me to this physical existence. Mother, please, I will put you in an early grave. Do not pretend that we will ever again give the same thanks, or that visions of sugar plums don't dance on hotel pillowcases. Because this is not the time of year to argue over petty things like gender or increased risk of cancer. Because I love you, I keep my distance. Because you think me evidence of your failure. Where is the comfort of your God? Ask him what will make me safe in bathrooms. Who will rape me, beat me with a baseball bat, and leave me to die in the street? Don't you see? Your fears will never cast a shadow on mine. Therapy costs less than love, but I pay dearly for both. I am lost in a terrified tailspin, sending smoke signal prayers to Dionysus from the engines of this shot-down frame. I have nothing left to give. Mother, what is the difference between hell and my body? Let me burn. My remains would be more identifiable for what they really are than this collection of appendages I currently call home. Mother, all I ask is that you step into my life the way I did yours. Give me a few years before you judge. You will see the man I am. Maybe you'll even be proud.